Yo, good morning, guys. Well, I guess good afternoon. Yeah, I slept super late last night. Yeah, it's a really late start to the day. Bummed out too because I missed the Q&A with the casting director, so freaking sucks. I did find some gigs though that I'm submitting for, so yeah, that's happening. And then I also I checked my status for the unemployment insurance, and apparently I have excessive earnings, even though no, yeah, apparently I have excessive earnings, and I did not make a lot of money for the last 2 weeks, so yeah, but alright, I guess that's what it is. So yeah, hopefully this stimulus check or whatever it's called comes in soon, because that would help out a ton. Yeah, it'll help out like a lot, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, yeah, guess I'll just be working. Yeah, I'm gonna be working today, basically the whole day, so yeah. Alright, y'all, that's it. Yeah, I still need to send in some submissions, and we'll see. Alright, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Peace. This is a bummer too. I got an email for like one of those things that I had applied for, like the survey things, and I got an email for some surveys to do for some money, but they just needed me to fill out a survey, like a pre-qualifying survey, to see if I fit this sort of what's it called, the demographic that they're looking for to fill out the survey, and I didn't fit the demographic for this set of surveys, so it's another bummer. So yeah, all right, yeah, today's gonna be a weird day. I'll probably upload my video like really late today, most likely, because I'm just gonna work for as long as I can, probably until like I guess 8 or 9, which is when most restaurants close. So yeah, so I'll just work until then just to get some money, and then I'll edit my video, and then I need to record my submission for this monologue thing, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, still got to survive, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab like a little protein bar and then head out. Hopefully I can get some rides in. So yeah, it'll be a late night again tonight, so cool. Yeah, probably have breakfast for dinner tonight. Yeah, all right, and I still need to work out. I need to make up my push-ups. Okay, something nice though, let's not be a complete bummer. Something nice is that like I recorded a little Instagram story when I was like fiending over the adobo that I cooked last night, and like when I was looking at myself, I was like, damn bro, your like jawline is like there now. Like I have like a more of a defined face now. I also see that like my cheekbones are coming in a little bit more. Like keep it up, even if it's gonna be a struggle financially, at least physically I can look good. I can be physically secure instead of financially secure. Oh god. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I hear back from some of these submissions though. That would be like really, really dope. Yeah, I think I need to, for the ABC casting thing, I need to submit some headshots, and I don't have any like official new headshots, so I think I'll probably just ask like JV to use the portrait mode on my camera, and then like I'll try and finesse some photos. I mean, I have like a white wall, a blue wall, stuff like that. So we have like different types of walls to use for a background. So have a little photo shoot with JV. Yeah, that's gonna be so embarrassing. I don't like taking photos. I feel like I look terrible in photos. So yeah, but this vlog has helped me to become a little bit more secure with how I look on a camera. So yeah, even if I don't look the greatest, I mean, hey, it's something. So it's something to look at. God. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that's the plan for today. So yeah, I'm not gonna focus on editing right now. I usually like to edit before I head out for work, but it's so late in the day. So yeah, I just need to head out. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. I got into an interesting conversation too with one of my online friends, just kind of like about the impact on economy, as well as like the actual numbers for like COVID-19 like mortality rate and things like that, because I've been seeing a lot of like meme posts from people on Facebook of like the rate of mortality and like stuff like that, and like most of them are saying, like the memes are saying 3%, which was true like at the beginning, but if you look at the numbers and you like do the math yourself, just like simple math, I'm not like doing crazy math, I'm just doing like a simple math, just like deaths over cases, cases like what's it approved, not approved, but like known cases, yeah, deaths over known cases, and like yeah, that number has increased to like 6% worldwide, and then I believe in the United States I think in the United States it's about like 4%, and in New York specifically it's about I think 5%. So yeah, the death rate has gone up. So and also like people are like saying that the flu is much more dangerous than COVID-19. But then if you even look at the numbers for that, if you look at like numbers of cases of the flu worldwide in this past year, like the past 6 months, like the number of flu cases is like in the range of like something like 30 million to like 50 million, something like that, and the amount of deaths from it are like 24,000, something like that, to 60,000. But if you do those numbers, yes, the amount of deaths are, because like the total amount of deaths worldwide for COVID-19 is 24,000 about right now, which is the low range of deaths from the flu. But then the higher range is obviously a lot more. So if we're looking at actual deaths, yes, there's more deaths due to the flu if you're looking at the higher range of things. But if we look at the mortality rates, even if you did like the highest mortality rate of the flu, it's like 0.1%, something like that, 0.15% at the highest. Whereas COVID-19 has a 6% death rate. So like that's a huge jump. Like that's like 66 times more, something like that, like 60 times more of a death rate for COVID-19 than the flu. So like I feel, you know, look at the numbers, do the math yourself, and like yeah, don't just like believe the memes that you see, because like those numbers are like kind of alarming, because even though there's a less population of like, I think it's like about 2 million cases for COVID-19 as compared to like, you know, 39 million cases of the flu, or 30 million to 50 million cases of the flu. Like I mean, just look at those numbers. What if COVID-19, because like people are like complaining about how COVID, like it's such an overreaction for like people to be isolated from COVID-19, but like imagine if COVID-19 was on that 30 million scenario, 30 million cases, just like the flu. Like imagine what the death toll would look like. So look at the numbers, people, because that's like scary. Don't just look at the memes. Yeah, and also because like memes are not accurate. Just like go to the CDC website, go to Google, go to like Johns Hopkins. Like there's so many like resources where like you can find legitimate numbers from like scientific institutes. Like that's not fake. It's not fake news, you know? Those are from legitimate resources where it is their job to do this. Yeah. And we also talked about the economy as well, like the economic effects of COVID-19, and it was like really interesting to talk about that because I was also looking at numbers for like small businesses and things like that, and it's been interesting because I mean, something that I saw, I never studied anything about like economy or like business. I mean, I took a micro econ class in college, but nothing like crazy. But I was reading from some resources that like due to the Great Depression, or not, sorry, due to the market crash of 2008, like the role that small businesses play to our economy has reduced. Like it doesn't seem like a significant number, but it's pretty significant. It's reduced by about like 5%. Where like in the early 2000s, it was about 50% of the economy was based off of small business, but now it's reduced to about 44%. It reduced to about 45% in 2010, and now it's like about like 43.8% right now, as of like last year. So like the role that small businesses have been playing in our economy has been reduced, and so like it's been an interesting thing because we started talking about that and like the impact that this has on small businesses and how that would reflect on the economy of our country. But it was also interesting just like to kind of like look at those numbers and also like look at recent numbers, for example, like how much employment counts for the U.S. employed population due to like small businesses, and then even like new businesses, and like those numbers were like really interesting. And honestly, it kind of seems like at the end of this, there's going to be another shift towards giving larger corporations another gain in terms of what in terms of the amount of I guess economic power they control for our government. So that's like very interesting because like I'm pretty sure at the end of this, like due to the amount of decline in small businesses and the instability of small businesses for jobs, I mean like in 2008 during the market crash, 60% of job losses were due to small businesses, and you're probably seeing like a similar amount again for this crisis. So like it's probably going to lean again towards large corporations providing a larger chunk of our economy just to create more stability. And it's not going to be like I don't think it's going to be a huge change, like probably like 3% to 5% again. But I mean like that's like significant in 20 years, a 10%, like a possible 10% change from 50% of small businesses contributing to our GDP to now 43.8% providing for our GDP, and like even it most likely will reduce again to something like 40%. I'm not saying this because I support like large corporations and like that small businesses are like are unstable, but I'm just like looking at the numbers and just thinking from my own head, and these are my own like theories and predictions and stuff like that. So I mean, I'll put links to like the resources that I was like looking at in the description below, and you can check it out for yourself and like come to your own conclusions. But I just thought it was like really interesting to look at that stuff. I may go more in depth to it later, but I don't want I want to work, so we'll see. Cool. All right, y'all. Peace. Bro, if things couldn't have gotten any worse today, my tire is flat again, and there's a nail or screw or something in my tire. You can see that, right? Bro, you gotta be kidding me. I literally, like, I'll look back at the vlogs, but I'm pretty sure I haven't worked since I picked up my car from Pep Boys last time. So I'm assuming I like, and it's only 5 minutes away, so I'm assuming I freaking drove over a nail either there or when I got back here. Man, that's a bummer. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I have to deal with that. Yeah. That sucks. Shit. I don't even know if I can afford to do another... If I could do a tire replacement. Oh, we'll see what happens. Yo, that fucking sucks. Okay. But... peace. Yo, so just called Pep Boys, and yeah, I asked them if they had like a warranty on tire patches, just because when they did my bearing, they like replaced it for free because it was still under like a repair warranty. So I was wondering if they had the same thing for tires, because it's the same exact tire that was patched before, and they told me that I can come in tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock and talk to their manager and see if he can do something for me. But yeah, if not, then they'll go ahead and check it out and see whether or not they can repair it or if I need to get a brand new tire. And then we'll see what I do about that. So I guess working today is not happening. Yeah, but they said to bring it in tomorrow morning and talk to the manager. So yeah. So I guess I'll go back inside and I'll just do my recordings and edit my video. So that's the plan. Let me just show this again. Yo, today has just been a bummer of a day. I cannot. Alright, here, check this out. That shit is flat. And then you see that nail right there? Right here? Bro! Oh, man. I'm bummed. Okay, but, I mean, like, I guess I should have been more careful and checked my car, like, earlier on, for a problem. Like, yeah, I guess I should have checked my car earlier, because I remember when I pulled it out of the lot, when they got my bearings, when they replaced my bearings, I was driving for, like, about 5 minutes, and then my TPMS calibration light came on, but I thought it was just that they didn't reset the TPMS calibration. So because that was a light that was on before they fixed my car, like, as well as like all the other lights and sensors that were on. So yeah, so I just thought like they just didn't reset it along with the rest of the lights, and I didn't check. So hey, and I didn't check the freaking the tire. I should have checked the tire so that I could be sure, and would have just like told them right away, because that happened as soon as I pulled out of the lot. Yeah, that's a bummer though. Alright, y'all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go back in, and then I'll bring it in tomorrow. So we're doing more acting today. Peace. Yo, just finished sending the details of my new DnD character to my friend who's DMing the session. Yeah, I got mad carried away with the story in the background of my character, but it's nice. I like it. And whenever I make my characters, I like to roll them, you know, like if there's like, I think there's like 12 races, so I use a d12 and you know, roll that, and whatever number comes up, that's like the race I'm gonna be. And same thing with like a bunch of other stuff. Basically I roll everything about that character. And the reason I do that is because like I feel like whenever I make characters for games, I always
fall under the same types of like characters and traps and stuff like that. So I want to diversify my I guess my strategy set and my mindset, and yeah, because I get way too comfortable with those other classes. So normally for these types of games or role-playing games, I usually don't play like spellcasters. I usually play like more melee combat types of situations. But my last 2 rolled characters for D&D have both been spellcasters, and it's been interesting to try and learn how to play them. But the interesting thing about this character is that like I rolled all the background information on him in the D&D 5e like guidebook. There's you know, when you choose your background and stuff like that. So I rolled for my background, and then based off of that roll, there's like personality trait, ideals, things like that, flaws, and so I rolled for each one of those, and the background that I rolled for, and like even the personality traits and all those types of like character things, as well as the sub background within the background, they all like literally match me. And I even rolled like for the height and the weight, and it's like approximately my height and weight. So it was just like really weird that this like was literally, this is literally like a fictional representation of me, and it's crazy how closely the two are. So yeah, it was, I got mad carried away with writing the background and the story, but I like it. I think it's very interesting. That I feel like I want to know more about this character and see how it turns out. The other reason why I roll my characters is like for the role-playing aspect. I want to approach the characters from different mindsets as well. So by rolling, like especially even with rolling like the personality traits and all those things like that, with rolling for all that information, like it challenges me to role play differently for different characters. You know, it affects their background, it affects how they interact with others. So and that's, I use that as an acting exercise whenever I play this game. So I try to really like feel like I'm that character and make decisions as though I was that character, thinking with that type of mindset. So yeah, I that's one of the reasons why I love playing D&D, because I use it 100% as a role-playing sort of challenge, you know, an exercise. It's kind of like when you were in school and they gave you like writing prompts, right? And you didn't know what was going to be on the writing prompt, but whatever the prompt was, you had to write about it for your test. That's kind of like what I'm doing with these like randomized types of roles for backgrounds and characters and you know, all these different things and classes. It's like a randomized prompt, and now I need to create a story from that prompt that was given to me. And it's not a preset prompt, you know, it's not like I got to choose which prompt I felt like would be best for me. It's the prompt that's given to me and whatever's rolled. So I find that to be like really, really fun and challenging in terms of who I am as a storyteller. I'm really trying to work on accents as well whenever I do the role playing and stuff like that. But I worked on one for my last character, but I didn't implement it because I was too afraid of what people would think of me. And I hate that I let like my subconscious get to me. Yeah, because like I felt like I put on a good accent for it when I was rehearsing and practicing. But yeah, who knows, maybe I might bring it back for that character. But yeah, right now I didn't. Maybe I'll use it for this new character, but it doesn't really fit the accent that I picked up and learned for my old character doesn't really fit this new character, unless this new character is trying to pretend to be something that he's not. But based off of the background, I don't think that's what he's trying to do. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try and think of like, I guess like a slummy type of accent, like something where it's like they're trying to sound more, I guess, noble and professional, but their roots come from like the poor slums. So it's like someone in that weird in between. Yeah, and try to find an accent like that where it's like someone in that in between trying to transition from poverty to a life of like excellence. So yeah, I'll think about it, and maybe I'll look at some examples of people who I can find inspirations of in real life where it's like they grew up from nothing and they became something, you know. So yeah, it's kind of like when you see like people in interviews and like they have this, especially actors have like what's called the standard American accent, which is kind of like a Californian accent, which is, growing up people told me I spoke like a Californian. I never knew what that meant, but people told me I didn't sound like I was from the East Coast, which I really don't think I am, which I really don't think I sound like. But actors have a standard American accent, which is a Californian accent, and when you hear a lot of actors do interviews, and then maybe if they either like stumble on a question or they maybe they're drinking and you know their original accent comes out, like maybe if it's someone from Boston, like their Saudi accent comes out, or something. I think that's the type of thing I'm trying to go for, where it's like, you know, this person speaks the proper common accent but occasionally is gonna break into their old slum accent. So yeah, I don't know, we'll play around, we'll see. It'll be a lot of fun. We're not starting until like maybe like 2 weeks from now, so yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, let's see. What else? I'm gonna be recording tonight my monologue and see if I like any of the recordings, and if I do, I'll post it either later tonight or tomorrow. But I will be sharing it to one of the open casting calls that's happening tomorrow. So, or both of there's 2 open casting calls tomorrow, so I'll be sending this monologue into both of them, and then yeah, if I like it, then I'll post it on Instagram and YouTube. So we'll see. All right, y'all. Peace. Yo, so I just finished recording a bunch of monologue takes, like a lot of monologue takes. I think I have about like 20 to 30 takes here that I did in the last like 2-3 hours. Yeah, it was frustrating because definitely like for the first like 5 or 6, I couldn't get it. Like, I got the lines, but I just couldn't get there emotionally, and that was like really tough. Maybe it's because today was a bad day in general, and like I was just having a real big disconnect. But yeah, I couldn't get it. And then like by the 10th, by like the 10th take, I finally got there, and I did it differently, and I kind of liked it than how I performed it in the past and how I rehearsed it. So I have a few takes of those doing it that way. So yeah, I need to send it tomorrow. Like, tomorrow's the deadline, so I need to send this monologue tomorrow. Yeah, and we'll see. Not only so I was doing it a different way because I think the reason I was doing it a different way was because like I just couldn't get there the same place emotionally. Yeah, I don't know why. And like I feel like the take I took on it for the first half, at least, of me rehearsing was like definitely more from like a bro-ish type of zone, like, you know, like playing around a little bit and then shifting to like a frustration to like a sort of like in love and then like a sadness. Yeah, so I feel like that's the way it went for the first half, and then I just like took a break because I couldn't. I just like I wasn't fully happy with like the way I was doing it. You know, I just felt so disconnected, and I was trying so hard to like get to that emotional place that I was at yesterday, but I just couldn't do it. So I took a break, and then, well, actually, in the first 5 takes, I took a break because I felt like I was gonna pass out. I didn't eat yet, so I ate some food, and then I did like another 10 takes, and then by that 10th take, so I had already done 15 takes, and by the 15th take, that's when I started like getting it, but I was doing it differently, and I think I did about like 10 more takes of that, and then I was like, I was a little frustrated because I was just like, it's good, but it's different, and it's not the way I had felt before, you know. And I wasn't sure if that was good or bad, but watching back at those like earlier videos, is like they're pretty good performances. And then I took a break, and then I took a big break, and yeah, I ended up talking to this person from my class, and very encouraging. She was like super encouraging, and I think that kind of like boosted my morale a little bit. And like when I came back downstairs to go ahead and try it again, like I completely felt in the zone. Like I felt super in the zone. I felt like very loosey-goosey, you know, when I was like outside of the takes, and then when I was inside of the takes, I was able to like cling on to that emotion like right away. And I'm very thankful to that person because like they really helped me get to that emotional spot for recording this. And yeah, so that was like super encouraging. And like then I was like busting them out, and like literally every take was like a take that I liked. Whereas before, I think I only took like 3 takes out of like the 25 takes I did. Like I favorited 3 of those takes. This time around the second half, and I did like, I think I did about like another 15 takes. And with those 15 takes, I think I took like 12 of the 15 takes, like 12 or 13 of the 15 takes, favorited them. So like, yeah, I was like on a roll. I just couldn't like, I mean, I was there emotionally. And I performed it similar to the way that I had performed it previously and rehearsed it previously. And I really liked those. I felt like the connection was there and the attention was there like right from the beginning, you know. And I feel like that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to get your attention right in the beginning, and make you feel what I'm going through, and then yeah, it becomes a little bit of a roller coaster there. And I did it a lot of different ways, where I'd taken advice from my teacher, where like I still think I'm very sad when I do it the second way, and I look at it and I think it's because of my eyes. Like my eyes just look really sad, you know. But it's a mix of like sad frustration, you know. So, but a couple of different ways. Like I like there's one way that I really liked it, and the only thing is like I messed up at the ending, but it was like perfect until the ending. And like I'd done a part of it differently, where like it's like you really saw that like I caught myself from like letting out this emotional outburst, right? Like I caught myself right at the peak of this emotional outburst and just like shoved down my emotion, and like controlled it like a real person would, you know. It's like they want to lose control, but then like as soon as they're about to, they like catch themselves and they're like, it's not the time for that. And there's one take where I did that, and I was like, damn, that was good. And then I tried to do it again, but I felt like the first time was like definitely the best when I did that. There are like a couple different small nuances that like I tried differently. Like for example, there's like a part where it's just like with the wordplay, just like doing a certain intonation on a certain word, and that changes the whole definition of the sentence, I feel, and it gives it more purpose. So trying it that way, that was like really good. So yeah, there's a lot of good takes there, so I have to choose one tomorrow and send it. So like 100% I'm choosing one. I just don't know which one yet. So yeah, it was a good rehearsal, good takes. So yeah, really happy, thankful to that person for talking to me, because it was super encouraging. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move forward with that, and then I'll be uploading one of those takes to YouTube and Instagram, so stay tuned. I'm also gonna I'm gonna put some of the bloopers of some of the bloopers of my takes. You're not gonna see like the actual attempt of it, but like there's a lot of bloopers beforehand, and they're kind of funny. I didn't mean to do them. I'm just kind of like being bored and like loosey-goosey and stupid, and it was funny. It caught some of them on camera. So yeah, I didn't fully watch. I didn't watch my video yet from yesterday, my vlog from yesterday, but I was like skimming through it to get like a screenshot so I could edit like a little thumbnail. And yo, I'm not gonna lie, in that last vlog, I don't think this a lot about myself. I really don't think this a lot about myself. But I was like, damn, I look good. Like honestly, I was like, yo, I look really good yesterday. So yeah, my vlog from yesterday was like, I was like, damn bro, you look nice. You look nice. So yeah, definitely didn't look like that today, but yesterday, yo, I was like, yo, you could get it. Sorry, that sounds so narcissistic, but I honestly do not think about myself that much. Like, I really don't think about myself like that much, so it was nice to actually think that for once, so cool. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this vlog, because I don't feel comfortable with myself and I don't think I look good, so yeah, on camera. So I was really happy to see that in my vlog yesterday, so cool. Alright, y'all. Yeah, I was looking like a snack. Alright, I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna work out. Peace. Alright, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, it's been about like an hour since I finished working out, but I get really, I don't know, I just get really heated up when people say that COVID-19 is BS, you know. It's just like, it's not. It's like it's a real concern, you know, not just for like people who are elderly or have underlying reasons or something. It's a real like danger to a lot of people, you know. Like, I don't know, just think about the people around you. Stop thinking about yourself. And like, I don't know, like I've said before, you just don't know. You don't know who you can affect. Whether it's your words or whether it's your physical health now with this, you know? So please just think about more than just yourself, you know? Like, sorry, someone had posted about how there was a pastor in Virginia who held service, you know? And then someone commented on it and said, like, this virus is BS. Why are you spreading word, like the word that people shouldn't go to church or something like that, you know? And like, that's not the purpose of the article, you know? I know that like the title of the article is very harsh. It's very harsh, but to a point, it's like, you can't neglect what's going on in the world, you know, just because you feel like you're specifically gonna be safe, you know, because you don't know what's gonna happen to those around you, you know, and it just frustrates me because like I feel like his biggest problem not only was that he thought it was BS, but that he felt that it was sharing an image of like, you know, government controlling religion, and that like religion's not allowed to express, you know, how they worship
But the thing is, and like that, it's breaking the First Amendment. The thing is, I feel like that's a completely incorrect. Like, this is my own opinion, but like I feel like it's a completely incorrect perception of it, because the thing is, like, they're just for the safety of the public. They're asking for an alternative solution, right? They're asking for an alternative solution for people to worship. They're not stopping it. And like, religious institutions have responded by hosting online services, online seminars, whether it's live or pre-recorded, you know? And so there's no excuse for you not to worship, you know? Like, they're not stopping you from worshiping. I mean, I go to church every Sunday, and I still go to church every Sunday, but I do it online because I'm not trying to risk spreading anything to anybody else, you know? It's like, we need to be mindful of that, and also of like what's happening in the world, but you could still worship as you want to. Like, your connection with whatever faith you believe in is so much stronger than like an institute of praise, you know? Like, yes, maybe being in that institute gives you a little bit more of an ability to focus, you know? You're detached, you're more, so you're surrounded by an environment that grows your faith, right? But hey, this is me getting a little religious and preachy, but like, maybe this is a test of your true faith, you know? Can you still reach that same sort of spiritual climax in the comfort of your own home with all the distractions around you? Can you concentrate? Can you set the time apart to go ahead and worship at home, you know? Can you do that? I mean, other religions practice that. Like, I mean, like in the Muslim religion, they have to pray six times a day, I think, something like. I'm really sorry if I'm like saying that wrong, but they have to pray multiple times a day, you know? And a lot of times, if they can't make it to their place of worship, then they still pray in the comfort of their own home, you know, because it's more about your connection with your faith. And I found that a lot recently for myself as a Catholic, that, you know, I should, in a Catholic and a Christian, that, you know, my faith is more than just going to church and being there absent-mindedly, you know? Now I'm reading the scriptures, reading the Bible readings and verses for like the Mass. You know, I'm trying to connect more. I'm trying to form my own opinions about what it is that's being said in the text, you know, and interpreting that in my own life. And that's more of like what faith is and religion is. It's not about going to a place and sitting there, you know? So, like, obviously I would love to be in church again, you know? Because it is nice, and it is a lot easier for me to connect because I'm, you know, one is like the societal pressure around you, or you shouldn't pull out your phone, but then also it's just like, maybe it's the environment, the way the acoustics are set up, but like it just feels like it's pouring faith on you, you know? But I feel like my relationship has been tested now, and it's getting stronger because I'm devoting my time and I'm devoting my mental efforts to really focusing in. So yeah, that's just my thought on it. So yeah, all right, enough of that talk. All right, I just finished up my workout today. I think it's like day 10, I think, or day 11 of my workout. I think I miscounted the other day, but today's day 11 of the second month, so this is day 39 of my workout.
So yeah, and then today I did chest, which is the one that I missed out on the other day, on Sunday, and I did abs. And for my ab routine afterwards, I did 1 minute jackknife sit-ups, 60 to 90 seconds of general side planks on each side, and 60 to 90 seconds of mountain climbers with 30-second breaks in between each exercise, and then we did a second set. So yeah, that's it. All right, first angle. Cool. Here's the first angle. Cool. All right, Joe. Second angle. Second angle. Cool. All right. I'm a little hungry. All right, second angle. Third angle. All right. Cool. I feel like the pandesals are coming in. So my dad calls it pandesal. So that's what he calls like the abs. It's like little pandesals. Yeah, pandesal is like a Filipino like bread dessert, or bread. Yeah, it's like a salty bread, but yeah, it's really good. Highly recommend it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I can see it in the light. I'm not 100% sure if you can see it in the video, but it looks like pandesal is coming in. Cool. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna do my decompression right here, right now. And then I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna bring something upstairs real quick and eat it. But yeah, so today was a tough day. Today was a very tough day, and part of it is my own fault. Yeah, and part of it is circumstantial. So, first, I overslept and missed the backstage Q&A, which I'm really, really disappointed about. Like, that was a terrible start to my day because I was so excited about doing it. Because there's a casting director and all stuff like that, and I signed up for it, registered for it, and it's like, there was only limited spots, and the fact that I got one and I didn't take advantage of it, like, not only did I lose an opportunity, but if there was no waiting list for it, then I took away someone else's opportunity to learn from this Q&A, and that I feel terrible about that. Secondly, after that, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure because I didn't get an email notification, but when I checked my status for unemployment, it said I'm not eligible because of excessive earnings. So that's a bummer. And then, yeah, and then after that, I got rejected for one of the, for one of the sets of surveys for the side hustle that I picked up. And then when I was about to go to work, I realized I had a flat tire and there's a nail in my tire. So yeah, it was a tough day for the first part at least. Even when I was like rehearsing for my monologue and like filming for my monologue, I mean, it took me a long time to get the hang of it. But I am happy with a lot of the videos that I got. So yeah, and then yeah, and I worked out. So today was a day. Today was a day. It's funny because like yesterday I had probably one of the best days of my life, and today was a pretty bummy day. Like today kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean, I received a compliment. I feel like I'm making a closer relationship in terms of being friends with one of my classmates from this acting class, so that's really cool. Actually with a couple people from my monologue class, so and that's pretty cool. But yeah, overall today was a tough day, definitely a tough day, mentally and emotionally. So yeah, all right, y'all, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Good night. Peace.